Today's episode of Breakfast and Bullets is fueled by the trifecta from First Watch, which is a Belgian waffle, scrambled eggs, and bacon. I also got a side of whole grain artisan toast with strawberry preserves, and to wash it down I have black coffee and a mimosa. Please keep in mind First Watch is not a channel sponsor, I just like to eat there. So pour yourself a cup of coffee, grab a side of bacon, and let's dig in. In this episode we're taking a look at the Rock Island Armory TAC Ultra FSHC. Though the moniker was trademarked by STI, which was later renamed to Staccato, the TAC Ultra FSHC fits the 2011 description. A full-size, double-stack 1911 style pistol aimed at competition use or duty carry. It's available in 9mm, 10mm, and 45 ACP. Mine is chambered in 9mm. From the factory, it only comes with one 17-round magazine, and you cannot buy them individually from Rock Island. But you can construct your own using Mekgar Para 38 Super magazine bodies with either Arredondo Accessories Plus 2 or Springer Precision baseplates. This comes out to approximately $85 per magazine, and I have 6 of them. Before we get too deep into the specs, let's take it to the range and see how it shoots. At the time of filming, I have approximately 1,500 rounds through the pistol. I did buy it second-hand, and the previous owner put over 3,000 through it himself. He had 0 complaints about reliability, and neither do I. I've had 0 malfunctions of any kind with the pistol, and it's been impeccably accurate. Today I'm shooting STV 124 grain 9mm. They don't sponsor the channel, but if they wanted to, I would gladly accept it. At about 10 yards, I could easily keep all my rounds within a 4-inch circle, even when rushing. Out of 20 rounds on this target, the only one outside that circle was a flyer that was completely my fault. With the heavy steel frame of the gun, 5-inch barrel, and quite beefy grip profile, it's easy to run the gun fast. Recoil is minimal and the sights snap right back onto target as long as you keep a firm, proper grip. The extended and flared magwell, which is standard from the factory, makes reloading a breeze. You can practically throw in the magazine with no extra effort to seat it. The self-constructed magazines using Arredondo baseplates easily hold 19 rounds and require very little force to seat when the slide is forward. The ones with Springer base plates will hold 16 rounds, and you could cram in a 17th, but you run the risk of causing a failure to feed because of pressure on the feed lips. The slide is cut for Novak iron sights and features a rear sight that's adjustable for windage and elevation with a bright orange fiber optic front sight. They're easy to pick up and very accurate, but I would have liked to see an option from the factory for a slide-riding red dot sight. With that out of the way, let's talk about the nitty-gritty details of the Rock Island Armory TAC Ultra FSHC. Whew, that's a mouthful. For starters, let's talk about the name and how it relates to the other pistols in the lineup. TAC is the overall product line for higher-end 1911s from Rock Island Armory, with the Ultra series being kitted out just a bit more than the standard models, with things like an adjustable rear sight, a fiber optic front sight, G10 grips, and a beveled or flared magwell. FS refers to it being a full-size frame, where they also offer a mid-size and compact size, called the MS and CS respectively. As a double-stack model, they give it the suffix of HC for high capacity. The single-stack models get no suffix in the name. I've made a few minor modifications to the pistol, but nothing you can't do at home with a polishing stone, some lapping compound, and an old t-shirt. I polished the rails and smoothed out the slide-to-frame interface and gave it a glassy ride that's just short of feeling like it's running on ball bearings. In addition, I polished the trigger bar, and with a drop of Lucas gun oil, it's now a clean, smooth trigger pull. Lucas doesn't sponsor me, but if they wanted to, I would gladly take their money. I also polished the hammer and sear engagement surfaces, which I do not recommend for a novice tinkerer. If certain angles are upset or you remove too much material from the sear, you can cause serious problems with functionality. At best, your gun won't work anymore, and at worst, you'll end up with an uncontrollable machine gun that fires as soon as the slide goes forward. Not fun either way. All my polishing and refinement gave me a smooth cycling competition gun with a 2-pound trigger that breaks like a glass rod. The reset is short at about 2mm and very crisp. This isn't to say the action isn't good out of the box. These guns ship with a well-fit slide and a 4-pound adjustable trigger that is quite respectable, especially since you're getting a budget 2011 style pistol for about $800. That's nothing to sneeze at when you realize that the next closest market competitor is the Springfield Armory Prodigy, which comes in around $1,500. With all that being said, I'm quite happy with the Rock Island Armory TAC Ultra FSHC in 9mm. I've wanted a 2011 style pistol for quite some time now, and Rock Island, in typical fashion, has facilitated that by bringing to market a firearm that still retains great features and exceptional reliability without breaking the bank. In the future, I do plan to add an extended magazine release and getting the slide cut to mount an optic. Thank you for watching this episode of Breakfast and Bullets. If you like my content, please take a second to hit the like button. If you have a specific request for a future video, let me know in the comments below. Likewise, please leave a comment if there's something about my videos that you don't like. I can't make my videos better if I don't know why they're bad.